guys, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Talia, like Leah with a T-A at the beginning. A lot of people mispronounce it, so it's pretty easy. The reason for this video is I decided to put the pen down and start talking out loud, as I have grown quite bored of writing in my journal. You know, a lot of us have a journal that we keep and we write in every single day. Me included. I used to write in my journal every night. But I had the idea that maybe I should try something different. You know, my life has been pretty crazy lately. A lot of ups and downs, roller coaster feelings. And writing in my journal does not make me feel better. It's just not helping me. I mean, my journal can't talk back. It can't give me advice, you know. So I think that's what I need. I need somebody to talk to. And they say that YouTube is like a community that brings people together for discussions and, you know, things like that. So I thought, why not start a video journal, or a public journal, if you will, and I will share all of my issues, my day-to-day life, and my deepest feelings and everything with you all. And then you all can give me advice, tell me what your thoughts are. You can even share some of your trials and tribulations and feelings, and, you know, anything that you may be going through. Feel free to share, and I'd be glad to listen. So we all need somebody who'll lend an ear every now and then. You know, I tried sharing with my two little dogs. I have two little chihuahuas, Faith and Grace. They're sisters from the same litter. They're about 5 years old now, and they are my kids. I love them dearly. And, you know, when I first start talking to them, they actually show some genuine interest. Their little ears perk up. They'll tilt their head from side to side and try really hard to understand what I'm saying. But then very quickly, that interest turns to boredom. And before I know it, they're falling asleep. Lazy dogs. So I thought, why not? Why not give this a try and see if anybody will listen, if anybody wants to listen. If anybody, you know, whoever wants to be a part of this community, it's open. I'm all for it. I believe that we should all be there for one another, to pick each other up when our fellow brother or sister needs help. We should be there. So anyways, what brings me here, I guess, is what I'm talking about. I made some notes, you know, that I'm going to kind of be looking up at, because I'm new to this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm speaking into a phone. I feel like an idiot, you know. But I didn't want to stray too far off into one topic and then completely lose my train of thought and forget how to get back on track. So, I recently came to the realization that I was becoming bored with a lot more than just my journal. I'm becoming quite bored with my life. And frankly, it's depressing. Very depressing. I began to wonder if I even had a purpose for being here anymore. You know, like, what exactly is my purpose on this earth? I just feel kind of lost and not sure where to go at this point. And I'll tell you why. I am currently going through a divorce after 16 years of marriage. And I do have kids. I have 3 kids. I have a son who's 19, and he is in the Marines. He's actually right here behind me. You can see him right there. Handsome. He's in the Marines, and he's currently stationed in Yuma, Arizona. But he comes home tomorrow, so I'm so excited, so excited. So I have lots to tell you guys in the coming days. But then I also have 2 girls. I have a 15-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old daughter. So, you know, they're older. They don't need mama like they used to. So now that I'm going through my divorce and I have grown children who don't need all my focus and attention 24/7, I feel pretty alone and lost, and am just not quite sure what my purpose is from here. Now that I'm no longer a wife. I mean, and that didn't really define me. It's just when you're with somebody for so long, you know, it's hard to adjust to being on your own again. And I turned 40 in November, so I'm not exactly young anymore. And then just to think that I've wasted the last 16 years of my life on the wrong man is just depressing. It's horrible. So I began to fear that the best years of my life are behind me. You know, that's it. That's all that life has for me. You know, because I spent years putting all my focus on my husband and my kids' needs, that my needs were rarely ever met. And so now here I am, I'm 40, I'm going through a divorce, I have no friends, I have no life, and worst of all, I have absolutely no sense of who I am as a woman anymore. I completely lost myself along the way, and so now I'm just like, what do I do? So I started to panic as these thoughts just consumed me. Just these thoughts and feelings of fear and hopelessness. And I told myself, you know, I'll never have any friends. I just keep telling myself, I'm never going to have any friends. And I sure as hell will never find another man who's going to love me I mean, there's no way I'm going to find love again. That just seems impossible. So impossible. I mean, look at me. I'm a complete mess. Literally, a failure at making my own life work. And I'll be alone forever. These are the thoughts that I have had and the words that I have continually kept telling myself for the last several months. So I decided that instead of continuing to feel sorry for myself and be Mrs. Negative Nancy, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to start trying new things. Even if it means stepping out of my comfort zone every now and then. I want to discover myself again. I want to find me again. I want to be happy again. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you my story. All of the gory details. Of my life. You know, all the crap that I've been through with my crappy marriage of 16 years. Just all of it. I'm going to tell you every bit of it, and all the crap that I'm dealing with now as well. And then, like I said, I want to hear from y'all too. I want your input, and your stories, and your advice as well. I want us to share with each other. And just be a reminder to each other that we're not alone. We're not the only ones who go through crap on a daily basis. You know, everybody has their own crap to deal with every day. And I like that word, crap. It's just crap, you know? So why not? Why not share with each other? Why not get it off our chest? It'll make us feel better. And, you know, hey, at the very least, we're talking to total strangers. We don't know each other. I mean, doesn't mean we can't get to know each other and be internet friends. That would be great. That's what I hope comes from this. But, you know, there's no reason to be embarrassed. We're all human. And so I just think it would be interesting to share all of that with each other. I'm hoping to build a community, you know, here of support and friendship. That would be cool. And I need something to help me feel complete as a person other than just my job, because that's all I have, really. And I can't wait to tell you about my job, by the way. I'm even going to bring you to work with me. I'm actually at work right now, but I'm going to give you, like, the tour and everything, and I'll introduce you to my very annoying coworker that I work with on a daily basis. He's in his 60s. You wouldn't know it, but he is. And he's like one of the most annoying people on the planet. But he's always lived by himself, never married, never had kids. He is one unique character, to say the least. So his name is Jerry, and you will meet him somewhere down the line. And you will find out about my wonderful world here at work soon. But See, I got off topic now, so now I'm just like, because I'm not going to take you to work quite yet. I mean, even though I'm technically at work, I'm not going to take you to that side yet. But first, let me continue telling you about how boring of a person I have become when I'm not here at work. My days and nights are so routine. I mean, I keep, excuse me, like pancakes right here, which is my daily breakfast. I'll get into that in a minute. I'm a creature of habit, so I do the same things every day, keep the same schedule. It's weird and a little scary, but I have an internal alarm clock, so I do not need to set an alarm every day because I will always wake up sometime between 3 and 4. No later than 4 a.m. I am awake and ready for the day. And sometimes when my internal alarm clock has a really good sense of humor, it'll come calling at 2:30 in the morning and say, "Hey, guess what? Time to get up for the day." Yeah, I've had many days start at 2:30 in the morning. And of course, I'm so tired by the end of the day that I don't make it past 8 o'clock. But it's just strange that, I can't sleep past 4. It's just not going to happen for me. So once I get up or wake up, I don't get up immediately. I spend about an hour or so on my tablet, or my phone, checking Facebook, reading my emails, just whatever, just to sit there and wake up. But then after that, I'll get ready, and then I walk the dogs at around 5:30. No later than 5:30, we're hitting the door to go outside for the walk. There's a little pug downstairs that this guy has that lives downstairs for me, and they always come out right at 6, so I always try to make sure, that's why I've kind of started the schedule of going out at 5:30 is so I can be in before a little puggy comes out, because little pug is aggressive and so are my dogs, and it's just impossible to keep a hold of them, and they're jumping around and barking, and so I avoid that at all costs. But then I'm ready to leave my house, around 6 o'clock, no later than 6 o'clock. And first thing I do is I stop at Quick Trip, which I don't know if all of y'all have Quick Trips. I know that some of you probably do not, but here they're on every corner, so that's where I get my morning Dr. Pepper, which I have to have every single morning. First thing when I leave the house. I don't drink coffee, I drink pop. So this is like 52 ounces. I fill this up every morning, and then it's on to Whataburger. I love their pancakes. I get pancakes and a fried egg so that I can get my protein as well. I'm still trying to eat my breakfast. This is what I eat every single morning for breakfast. It's yummy. Can't break the habit. Even on the weekends, I'm eating pancakes and fried egg from Whataburger. The lady there knows me too by now, of course. Like I said, I'm a creature of habit, so I always say, order pancakes, side of fried egg. Then I get up to the window and I say, 5 butters, 3 syrups. I like 5 butters and 3 syrups with my pancakes. So, but now the lady knows what I want, so I don't even have to tell her when I come up to the window anymore. So, pretty cool. But, not cool for my butt and thighs because that's where they all go to. But, oh well. We can't all be skinny supermodels, right? The world would be no fun then. There wasn't a little variety. But then I'll come to work and I get here, by 7, a little earlier, a little before 7. We open the doors at 8 here, so I like to get here at least an hour early so that I can get everything set up that I need to for my day. And have time to eat my breakfast and stuff and just chill before my work day starts. And I have to get here at a certain time. I have to. It is unacceptable for me to get here after 7. I can't. I hate it. I'm very, very particular about that. And I absolutely love my job here. It's honestly what gets me out of bed every morning. It's what keeps me going. I guess I should tell you what it is exactly that I do. So, me and my parents, we own a drug testing lab. That's why my son's picture is up in our lab, right here at the front. I'm sitting at the front desk, so everybody that walks in the door can see his handsome face there behind me. Because, as you can see, we are just beyond proud of that kid. And all of his accomplishments. But here at our drug testing lab, we do pre-employment drug testing. We do random drug testing for companies and schools. We'll go on site and collect all students who are in extracurricular activities, any sports or band or drama or anything like that they're doing. They'll have to participate in drug testing to be able to do that extracurricular activity. And then as for employees at companies, they are randomly chosen, however often that company chooses to test. Some companies don't test but every quarter, others will do monthly, and some will do weekly. So we also do probation and parole. I have random people that I call in on a color basis all the time. And then we deal a lot with attorneys, and we get a lot of court orders in for child custody cases. So we deal with that on a daily basis, and that is something that I'm very passionate about. Working with these people, it's become quite a big part of my life. And I really have a lot of sympathy for what these people are going through. Some of them, the majority of them will tell me their story. They volunteer what they're going through, and to hear some of their stories, it's really heartbreaking. We've even had to drug test little kids as well, just to see if they're being exposed to any kind of drugs, and it's just really, really sad. My heart really goes out to the women who have had the courage to get out of the abusive relationships that they were in, stand up for themselves and say they're no longer going to be treated that way, and I'm no longer going to allow you to physically abuse me, verbally abuse me, and do it in front of my kids. This is not going to happen anymore. So a lot of these women have a lot of strength in walking away, and it's not just women, fighting for their kids. It's also fathers. It's also those fathers that the mother has gone off the deep end and is out running around doing drugs, and he can't get her to be the mother that she should be to her children. So he has no other choice to do what he's doing. So, there's just so many different stories that I hear on a day-to-day basis, and it's heartbreaking, but it's also inspiring to hear what these people have come through, and they just still keep right on trucking along with their head held high, and it's very inspiring. But I really applaud those women for their bravery, and doing whatever it takes to ensure that their child is safe and raised in a loving and safe environment. What do you say to your child in a situation like that? Where either there's been physical or verbal abuse, or one of the parents has left, pretty much disappeared out of their lives because of their drug use. What do you tell your kids? It's sad that kids have to go through that today. And then, once the parties have gone through everything that they're supposed to go through in court, and the judge makes their ruling on what parent they think that the child should be with, it's sad to see that child taken out of a home that they've been in for so long. And I see so many cases with grandparents as well, like grandparents against parents who are trying to take their grandchildren away from the paternal parents. And I can understand that, when there's drug use and everything involved. It's just really, really hard on the child to be taken away from the only home that they've ever known, even when they're placed with family, it still can be very difficult, and it's just really heartbreaking to see. So it's really fulfilling to be involved in something like this. You feel like you're helping, to an extent, and if nothing else, I can be an ear, someone to listen. And it seems like a lot of them, the majority of them, need that, because they just come in and they're so open and willing to share everything that's going on. I apologize for eating. I don't have much time left. And these pancakes sitting next to me are just calling my name. But so that's been a very big part of my life here. And something I really, really enjoy and take a lot of pride in it. But when we do court-ordered testing, it's not your standard pee in a cup test. The judge will order what's called either a nail bed test or a hair test. And a hair test is just where we simply take from the head, of course. We're going to take from the crown of the head. We would take the top layer of the hair, lift it up like so, and then take from right up here underneath about 3 strands, like here, here, and here. And those strands have to be, about the width of a pencil, maybe. Something like that. So we take that and we cut it. And then we send the hair to a specialized lab that does the testing. And then for nails, we let them clip their own nails. We have to have a certain amount of weight in nail clippings, so they have to have a good amount of growth to be able to have their nails tested. Now, the only difference between a nail test and a hair test is really the length of time that they cover, because a nail and hair test are both very accurate. The time frame is the only difference, like I said. So if we take hair from the head, head hair is going to go back up to 3 months. So it's going to cover the last 3 months of any drug usage during that time. On males, we can take body hair. So we can do like chest hair, armpit hair, leg hair. And body hair actually covers up to the last 12 months. So I see that one done a lot. And then we'll do either fingernails or toenails. They cannot be combined. Has to be one or the other, because fingernails go back up to 6 months. Toenails go back up to 12 months. So, like I said, there's really no difference besides the length of time they go back, because they're both very accurate tests, and the judge prefers one of those tests be done when drug testing is ordered. So, it's pretty interesting. I've learned a lot being in this business about drugs and how they metabolize in your system and how long they stay in your system and things like that. So, it's pretty interesting. And I'm constantly studying and learning new things, because I want to make sure that I know everything that there possibly is to know, and I can answer any question that anybody would have about drug testing. So, I don't know, we just have so many experiences in here, some bad, but my days are never dull here at work. They're very interesting, and I love, love, love coming to work. I love it. I love this place, and I'm so glad that my parents opened this business so that we can help others. It's really a good feeling. Really a good feeling. So, okay, So, with this being my first post, and me telling you all about me, introducing myself to you, telling you what I do, kind of what my life is like right now, and all of my little weird ways and addictions like my Dr. Pepper and my pancakes, and I actually have one more. I always have a bag of peppermints with me. Cannot leave home without these. I will always have a peppermint in my mouth every single minute of the day unless I'm eating. You will always see me with a peppermint in my mouth. So, I don't have one now, of course, because I'm eating and I'm talking to you, and I wanted you to be able to understand me instead of slopping my peppermint from side to side. But that's another one of my must-haves. So, I have to have my peppermints, I have to have my morning pancakes and fried egg, and my Dr. Pepper. As long as I have those, I'm good. And of course, I'm not going to walk out of the door without my phone. Always going to have my phone attached to. So I guess there's 4 things right there that I have to have every day. Weird, I know, but that's the way I am. So, and as I was telling you that during the week, I'm very routine. Get up no later than 4. Get to work no later than 7. Well, you would think that I sleep in on the weekends, right? Sleep in, don't get up till 10. But no. Just like I said, that internal alarm clock is always there waking me up. So I do get up at the same time as I do during the week on Saturdays and Sundays. But I do have to admit that it has become my favorite time of the day, early in the morning when it's still dark outside. The weather is perfect. It's always like in the 60s or lower 70s, and it's nice and cool, and it's so quiet. I like to go out on my porch and sit, because there we live right. We're backed up to the golf course, so my whole view off my balcony is the golf course, and we have a lot of wildlife and everything out there where I live, so it's really pretty, really pretty. And I love how quiet it is. So the early mornings have become my favorite time of the day. And so, anyways, I was kind of losing my train of thought there, but I don't do much on the weekends. I'm pretty lazy on the weekends. On Saturday mornings, I might get up and go to Walmart. I like to hit Walmart at 6 a.m. when they open, because then you don't have to worry about fighting the weekend crowds and everything. So that's another good thing about getting up early in the morning. And I'm sorry about all the pauses here, but I just want to make sure that I'm covering everything with you for my first post, because the next posts are going to continue on with, just like day-to-day life stuff. I'm going to tell you all about my crappy marriage. I'm going to tell you about my attempt to reunite and with a lost love, and rekindle that flame, because I was actually engaged for a brief time before I met my soon-to-be ex-husband. So I'm going to tell you about that, and then yeah, we'll just play it by ear. You know, we'll go together in this crazy life and share our experiences from day to day, and hopefully we can build a good friendship between us, and it'll be great. We'll have lots of fun and share gossip. Yeah, I know I'm a dork, and you're gonna find out that I'm just a big weirdo. But hey, so yeah. Anyways, about the weekends, Saturday mornings, you know, I'm definitely gonna get out and go to Whataburger, get my pancake and fried egg, and then I'll come back home, go into my bedroom though, and then very rarely do I cross that threshold of my bedroom for the rest of the day. And I'm not getting out of my pajamas either. My pajamas are going to stay on. Well, I do change out of them to leave and, you know, go to the store and get breakfast or whatever. But, you know, because there was a time when there was no shame in wearing pajama pants out in public, but then, you know, I hit that 40 mark and I'm single now. And so I began to realize that by continuing to wear my pajama pants out in public, I was just a set of pink foam curlers away from completing that dreaded I'm old and don't give a shit look, you know, stage. So if I expect to not be alone for the rest of my life, I cannot enter that stage at this time. So, I will put my yoga pants on and I will brush my hair. But I usually do not go as far as putting makeup on the weekends. So, no, yeah. No way, honey. If it's the weekend, all you're getting from me is yoga pants, a hoodie or a t-shirt, and a ponytail. No makeup. Because at this point in my life, I'm not about to change who I am for anyone. And if I just happen to meet Mr. Right in the self-checkout line at Walmart, you know, while I'm standing in the self-checkout line at Walmart on a Saturday, then I want to be able to catch his attention when I am like all natural, you know, with no makeup on, my hair pulled back, and yoga pants, and my flip-flops on. Because that's exactly who I am. You know, that's what you're going to get. So he has to like me for me. So yeah, that's basically my life, the way I spend my weeks, and now my weekends. You know, Saturdays are spent lazy, doing very little. Sundays, you know, go to church with my parents, and then just do a whole lot of nothing as well. We usually will have lunch together and watch a movie in my mom's theater room. So, you know, we started doing that over the last couple of months, making Sunday afternoons movie day. So that's been fun. But other than that, that's about all I do on the weekends. So, that's what it's all about, ladies. Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, I was just thinking about, you know, how I said that I don't put any makeup on the weekends. But, you know, when I do take the time to fix myself up and put makeup on and some jeans and a cute top, I do. I think I look good. You know, when I put the effort in, I think that I'm decent looking. And, you know, that's what it's all about, ladies. You've got to learn to love yourself. Um, you've got to love yourself first and foremost. If you don't know how to love yourself, then how are you ever going to give someone else the love that they deserve? I mean, honestly, if you don't even know how to love yourself, how can you love anybody else? You can't. And I know, I hear a lot of you right now going, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I've heard that saying a million times. And so have I. But it never really sank in until I stopped one day and thought, what does it mean to truly love yourself? What does it mean? Do I even know what that's like? Do I even know what it's like to really love myself? I mean, if I don't even know who I am anymore, then how the hell do I love myself? You see what I'm saying? We women, we become so consumed in pleasing and doing for our families and those around us that we completely lose sight of ourselves. And the method of loving ourselves isn't even anywhere in the equation anymore, because we don't even know who we are as a woman anymore, because we spent so long focusing on our kids, our husband, our job. This person needs that, this person needs this. It's all about pleasing and doing for others, but what about you? Where does yourself come in? You need to make time for yourself, and I'm learning this as well. We all need me time. Pamper yourselves. I don't care if it's a 15-minute bubble bath or whatever it is. Get some cucumbers, go and shut your bedroom door and lay on the bed for 10 minutes with cucumbers on your eyes. Sorry, the phone's gonna ring. Whatever you do for your me time, make sure that you get it. Don't neglect yourself, ladies. Don't do it. And guys, we all need it. I focus more on the ladies because we as women, we tend to do for everybody. That's just us. That's just in our nature. But everybody needs it. So don't get caught up and so busy being that perfect wife, that perfect mother, that perfect employee, that perfect friend, or whatever it might be. Don't get so caught up and consumed in that where you forget about yourself. Okay? We're going to talk more about that. I mean, that's what this is about as well, is learning to focus on yourself, learning to love yourself, learning to be okay with being alone. That's what I'm going through right now. After being with the same person for 16 years, I lived with this person for 16 years. And now all of a sudden I'm by myself. And it's like, whoa, where am I? What am I doing? Where do I go from here? And it's just like, oh, I'm so alone. Oh, I'm so lonely. Oh my God, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. And I'm tired of saying that because it's not true. So, I'm going to turn all of this around. And I hope to get the help of y'all along the way. I hope you guys will join me. And bear with me as I'm learning this whole vlogging thing. I promise I'll get better. There won't be so many pauses and me spacing out and, trying to figure out what to say or where to go from here. It should start to come together and flow for me. But I want you guys to get involved. Talk to me. Tell me what you think. And let's be an ear for whoever needs it, and lend some advice when needed, and even feel free to share whatever is on your mind. All right? So I will see you tomorrow. Please subscribe to my channel and come back every single day. Join me in the YouTube journal, or whatever we're going to call it. I don't know. YouTube journal, public journal. I don't remember what else I said, but whatever you want to call it. I want you guys to get involved, and I want you guys to join me. Okay? So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
It's too hard to sleep. I got the sheets on the floor.